Coming to you tonight outdoors at the Scorpion Cigar Lounge in Roanoke, Virginia. Here it is, November 3rd, 10 o'clock at night, 61 degrees. Beautiful, beautiful evening. Hardly any wind at all. Sit back, relax, pour yourself a dram of your favorite bourbon. Grab one of your favorite cigars, relax, and enjoy the video. Hello everyone, and welcome once again to Scorpion Cigar Reviews. Today we have the My Father gift set. This came from my local tobacconist, Milan Tobacconist here in Roanoke, Virginia. There are 5 My Father brand cigars within. A little lighter and a little cutter. I think today I will sample the Pepin Garcia Series JJ Sublime. Now these are all Toro sized cigars. This little gift set sells for about $35. Nice little cedar case. As I mentioned, this is a Toro sized cigar, probably 6 by it doesn't really appear to be box pressed, however the foot seems to have been almost squared off or whatever, maybe from packing it down tightly into this case here. But this is probably a 50, looks like a 50 ring gauge to me, although I thought I saw the stats on it saying it was 54, but I don't believe that's a 54. Anyway, it's a Nicaraguan cigar with Nicaraguan Corojo wrapper and Nicaraguan Corojo and Criollo fillers. I don't know what the binder is offhand. Has a good weight to the cigar, real nice. Wrapper is almost a slightly waxy feel on it, but it's supple, like a fine Italian leather, lightly polished. Milk chocolate brown, very minimal veins, tight, almost undetectable seams. Sweet tobacco on the nose. Maybe some grains in there. Yeah. Starting to pick up a little bit of almost like a tack shot. Subtle hints of leather. Starting to pick up some of the molasses grains. Okay, foot. Oh, there's some more of those molasses grains, like horse feed, the sweet horse feed. bread dough, cocoa. Maybe a subtle hint of leather and cedar. Definitely a spice. I can feel it kind of tickle in the nose there. Wonderful, wonderful. All right. Now there are 3 bands on the cigar. You have the shoulder band, designating this as a Don Pepin Garcia cigar. Then you have the shoulder band designating this as the Series JJ, and then the cloth foot band that is find the end of the tape on it. It's on there just tight enough that it won't slide off. There we go. Just having a hard time finding the tape on the end, which is now stuck to my thumb. Really, this is a pretty good value when you consider this was about $35. Came with 5 cigars and inexpensive cutter and lighter, but that makes these cigars less than $5 a piece. Nice pack, slightly spongy, a couple soft spots, but not too bad. A little void right there. Well, I tell you what, maybe I'll go ahead and I'll use the lighter and cutter that came with this. Just one of the cheap plastic jobbies, stainless steel blades. My father's cigars on one side and Antigüedad on the other side. All right. No complaints about the cut there. Pretty light draw. More grains, some leather. Maybe a subtle hint of cedar. Now typically cedar and leather kind of go hand in hand, I've found. Every once in a while I'll find one without the other, but for the most part the flavor profile between leather and cedar are so similar that they just tend to, maybe it's just one reminds me of the other, but probably 90 times out of 100, if I'm getting leather, I'm also getting cedar, and vice versa. Definitely some kitchen spice in there. Kind of nondescript at the moment. Very good. Very good. Alright, let's try out this little lighter here. Just a disposable lighter, nothing fancy, says my father. It says something on the back side too, but it's got the quintessential government warning, blah, 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 blah on the lighter. I'll tell you, I'm not really accustomed to using a small, soft flame. I do use a soft flame for my Alec Bradley tea kettle lighter, but it's a much larger flame. This tiny little flame might take me a while. I've used cedar spills in the past, but I find them just to be a pain in the butt. You have to take a lighter to light things, and they burn so quickly, you're better off just using that lighter that you use to light the cedar spill, light your cigar instead. Just my experience. No issues with the cut, even being one of the less expensive disposable type guillotine cutters. No unraveling. Everything seems to be just fine with the cut. Pre-light draw, we're past that. The initial lighting, big blast of pepper on the retrohale, still burning, still there, huge blast of pepper. More than one kind of pepper. It's got that table pepper, but almost a, not quite a cayenne, but maybe something along those lines. It's hot and spicy, and that's what lingers. It's diminishing now, but I'm still reminded that it's there. Very powerful punch of pepper. Smoke's a bit dry. At the moment, I'm not picking up any kind of off flavors or anything like that. Everything seems to be on the up and up. Okay, there's definitely things starting to open up in there. It's going to take some time. Things are just starting to open up and come through. I'm going to continue this on, and I'll come back somewhere in the first third. I'll see you in a bit. Here we are, just about, well, not quite 15 minutes in. First third. Good amount of ash there, probably inch and not quite 3/4, something like that. Burning a little bit lopsided, not too bad. First third I picked up a grassy note, a bit of nuttiness, a hint of meat. And still has that blast of pepper on the retrohale. Welcome to another episode of Dropping Ash. I feared that would happen. I was watching that ash as it started to burn a little crooked. I saw the ash start to lean. I thought, well, I probably ought to tap it off. And right about the time I thought I ought to tap it off, there it went. But it happens. I'm enjoying a dram of Booker's bourbon. This is a pretty high strength alcohol bourbon. 64.45% alcohol by volume, 128.9 proof. Takes a good dollop of water into the dram. Not quite 50-50 water to alcohol, but probably somewhere in the range of 30% water to 70% alcohol. Bring it down to a nice palatable level. I might add another drop or two yet. I'm going to continue smoking this cigar, and I'll come back in the second third, or the end of the second third, somewhere in there. See you in a bit. Here we are, just about 30 minutes in. I haven't had to touch the burn up any. Burning a little bit wonky, but not too bad. Good smoke output. smoothed out a bit. That blast of pepper on the retrohale is really toned down. Dropping more ash. I didn't have much on there, so although the first third allowed about 1 3/4 inches worth of ash, from there on it's been loose, kind of flaky. I'll go ahead and take off this secondary band. Came off nicely. That pepper note is still there, but it's definitely toned down. Kind of a spiciness on the rear of the palate, and definitely on the retrohale, but it's not that punch in the face. Maybe a little bit of earthy mineral type of nuances there, subtle, kind of short on the finish. The smoke's not as dry as it initially was when I first lit the cigar. Very pleasant. All right, I'm going to continue smoking this, and I'll come back somewhere in the final third. See you in a bit. Here we are, about 45 minutes in. I'm in the final third. Late in the final third. Approaching the nub. I did manage to actually tap this one off in the ashtray. I wore the ash from the first third and the second third. Managed to get the final third into the ashtray. Hooray for me. I'm an idiot. Anyway. Smoke leaves kind of a cool, almost clove type feel in the mouth. Kind of creamy all over. Very pleasant. Not a whole lot going on. No real changes. A little bit of pepper, a little bit of earth. Really about it. I'll continue smoking this, and I'll come back in the nub with my final thoughts and impressions. See you in a bit. So here I am in the nub. Not quite an hour in. Haven't picked up any changes in the nub either. Smooth. A little bit of that peppery note on the retrohale. The first half of the cigar had a lot more to offer as far as flavor profile and that type of thing. But it really mellowed out as far as that punch of pepper that was there initially, and the flavor slowly diminished throughout the cigar, all the way up into this point where there's really not a whole lot going on. It's been a real pleasant smoke. I'll end this review here saying that the Don Pepin Garcia Series JJ Sublime Toro size cigar excellent value, especially in this gift pack. 7 cigars for, or 5 cigars for $35. Cutter and lighter. So you're looking at, well, I think earlier I said it came to about $7, about $5 a cigar, but it really comes to about $7 a cigar. But then if you take into account that there's a cutter and a lighter, yeah, okay, maybe $5 a cigar, something like that, $5, $6. Anyway, look at it, great value, whether it's $5 or $7, however you want to look at it. Nice packaging, nice box, nice presentation. Nice presentation inside the box there, real nice. Nice little keepsake. Nice gift pack for someone. All kinds of things you can do with that little box. You can use it as a little travel humidor. Replace one of the cigars with a little humidity stick. Take it away on a weekend trip or something. Real nice value. Construction of the cigar was superb. Just a little bit of wonky on the burn, no big deal. The ash was kind of loose. So as long as you are aware that you need to mind the ash, you'll be fine. Real nice cigar. Now, I didn't use a scoring sheet. This is all just kind of a informal review since I didn't use the score sheet, but I would say this probably scored somewhere in the neighborhood of 90 points. Nice, real happy with the selection. So thank you for once again watching Scorpion Cigar Reviews. I'll catch you next time.